Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do a very quick live chat. It's hopefully not going to be too long, but please feel free to drop in, drop out, or do whatever you're doing, or if you're ironing or cooking or whatever you're doing, have it in the background or not, as you please. I really won't mind if you come in and out and just do whatever suits you. It's just nice to do this because I'm going to be doing this anyway. It's quite late here. It's around 11:42 in the UK. It's very dark and wet outside. The children are finally asleep and in bed. It took a long time to get there, and I actually fell asleep with them while I was trying to put them to bed. Betty will tell you. And I suddenly woke up and realized, oop, I was meant to start a live about 40 minutes ago. But anyway, here we are. So, what am I doing for you today? Well, if you're a watercolor enthusiast, which is something I'm more and more of, you know how important it is to choose the right colors for your art. So today, what I'm going to do in this particular live is I'm going to be swatching the wonderful Daniel Smith Pablo watercolor set. Now, if you remember, cast your mind back, I did a little bit of an unboxing not so long ago of these new professional grade watercolor paints, and they're tube paints, and you can see they had some extras across the top, and they were all gifted to me by my wonderful husband Ab. And yeah, so I've got this set of, I think a set of 10, yeah, a set of 10 5 milliliter tubes. Okay, and I'm going to be swatching them today in this live, so I won't obviously spend the whole live doing this. I'll probably just do a little bit and then sign off. So that's the plan, swatching. And I know some of you are probably wondering what the heck is swatching. Now, I've got to be honest, I wondered as well because I had seen a couple of videos and I was like, okay, why do we do this and why is it important? So I'm just going to talk you through that as well a little bit. So, I just want to say hi to a few lovely people who've joined me in the live chat box here. We've got the beautiful and talented watercolor artist. Actually, she's a mixed media texture artist as well. We've got Betty from Oak by Bettina. Hi, Betty. And then we've got the lovely, talented Janice from Just Janice. And Joyce Davison. Hi, Joyce. And we also have, let's see who else we have here. Oh, we just had it. Yeah, we have Art by Julie E here. Fabulous. Hi, honey. Great to see you here. Thank you for dropping by. And we've got Johnny Dark, Dark Art Creations. Go check him out. Again, please do check each other out. You probably all know each other now because I do have usually quite regular people coming in who know each other. But if there's anyone who doesn't know each other, go and keep each other a follow or a subscribe or check each other's work out as well. It's a really nice way to grow as an artist, to see what people are doing in different mediums and different disciplines within art as well. So first of all, I need to ask whether you can hear me. I really hope you can hear me. So someone just say, yes, we can hear you. Because if you can't, I've done something wrong with my microphone. I'll have to fix it. We've also got the lovely Byron Chandler, who does voice impressions and really good ones at that. And we love him in the watercolor, fluid art, all of the art communities. He's a lovely, supportive person, and he is in love with Disney, as we all know. But yeah, let's crack on so I don't waste too much time. It's great to see you. Thank you, Joyce, for letting me know you can hear me. Thank you, Betty. It was really helpful. And Betty actually had a live earlier in the day, which was fantastic. I wasn't able to go live at the time because I had to pick my daughters up from two separate places. So she did fantastic. I'm super proud of Betty. She's doing really, really well with the lives. If any of you others want to have a go, let me know. We can probably go live together if you wanted and have some fun chatting, because I really do like the go live together function on YouTube. Reason I like it is because it's just nice to have somebody else to talk to instead of just talking into the camera, which is always very odd. But yeah, it's just nice to have that back and forth, isn't it, with communication. So what have we got here? I just want to show you quickly. So we've got some water. We've got a number 6 Crawford and black brush, okay, which should be sufficient for this little thing that we're going to do. We've got a ceramic palette. We've got some watercolor paper. I think this is 200 GSM. It's the A5 size watercolor sketch pad watercolor paper. And we've got obviously the set of 10 Daniel Smith Pablo Rubens master artist set. So I'm just going to go through some of these today. So what I've done to begin with off camera, I wanted to save some time, was I started this morning and I just did a pencil kind of outline of a grid. They're roughly 3 centimeters in dimension per side. And I put the names of all my colors across the top. Okay, so this is just for the set here. And then we've got the pyrrole red as well, and a couple of other colors, the phthalo green and stuff. So yeah, I put all the colors that I need today to do my swatching into this grid. What I'm going to do actually is turn them. Yeah, I'll turn them this way. Let's see if you can actually see that on the camera. I think so. Yeah, so I'm turning them this way and I'm going to be painting them this way, and I'll explain why I'm doing that in a minute. So let's take a seat. Okay, so why is swatching important and how can it help you understand your paints better and give you an insight into the colour range of this set? And you can do this with any number of different brands and colours that you have, okay? I mean, you can do it with acrylics as well, so there's nothing stopping you. So let's dive in and see what these particular colours are all about. Swatching itself is one of the most helpful things you can do when you get a new set of watercolours. It's not just about showing off colours on a piece of paper, it's a way to build a colour palette that works for you as well. So when you swatch your paints, you can see how each colour behaves, how it blooms, for example, how it mixes with the other colours, and how pigments react to water as well. So what I'm going to do is just take one of these. What's the first one? We'll try the pyrrole red. Okay, so we've got the pyrrole red here. I'm just going to open that up. They are very dainty small tubes. I'm just worried I'm going to drop it all the time. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the top, okay? I'll pop it into the palette here so you can see it. Mix it up a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll pop that back on if I can. A little fiddly. You need hands that don't drop things with this. Okay, there we go. Hi, Bill. Hi, we've got Bill Robertson Art in the house. Welcome. Great to see you, mate. Byron saying, I'm not good at doing live streams, so all I'm good at doing is voices, playing video games. I think the thing with live streams is everyone thinks they're not good at them. I mean, I was exactly the same. I still don't think I'm very good at them, but I'm getting better and better every time I try. It's like anything, Byron. You just have to keep trying at it. Yeah, I mean, that's a brilliant idea, actually, Julie. We can just do lots of different lives and show each other different types of mediums and what we're all about and share and learn and teach. It's a fantastic idea. So I'm just going to go in, first of all, with the solid colour and show you what that's like. I'll add a little bit of water to the pyrrole red. In my first box, I'm just showing you how vibrant this red is, okay? So swatching also helps you understand the actual tone and opacity of the colour, because sometimes the paint in the tube can look very different from how it appears when applied to paper. And this is the reason a lot of watercolour artists do have swatches, because they can actually see what it looks like when it's down on paper. And sometimes it has the kind of paper you have has an effect on it as well. So you can see this particular colour red is really vibrant. Maybe I need to bring you closer down. I don't know. Can I do that? Maybe a little bit closer so you can see the colours better. Oh, okay, so there we go. Really beautiful. That red is really vibrant. Look at that. This is my OCD playing up when I'm trying to keep my paints all straight. Okay, so that's the red without hardly any water mixed in, okay? So I'm going to do the same. So I'm just going to put the red down across the bottom, and we're going to add water in the next box across, okay? So I'm just dipping my paintbrush in. Wow, that's so vibrant that the water in the pot has gone completely red. I'm just going to bring it up as well. Okay, and add a little bit more water at the top. So we do a little bit of a wash and see what that's like. Okay, so you can see the difference there. We can tilt it down as well, so we get the pigment load to kind of go down, so we have a gradient. So the Daniel Smith watercolor, Pablo watercolor set comes with a selection of 10 colors, each one chosen to provide a versatile palette for a range of different artistic styles. So obviously, depending on what you like painting, your style might differ from another artist. So what we're looking for when swatching is paying attention to how each colour behaves with water. Some might be more vibrant or translucent, while others might be more muted or opaque, okay? So obviously, if you add a lot of water to your pigment, it's more transparent or translucent. But some of the colours are more opaque than others, and that's what we're looking for here. So if you notice, the colours that we've got here are a range from warm reds to cool blues and earthy yellows to deep greens. And this set has a nice balance of hues, which is really helpful. So if you want to start a set, this is a good idea. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some water on my paper for the next box across. I'm just doing a demo here really, so hopefully this won't take up too much time. I'm just going to add a little bit of watered down pigment to this in dots, okay? So again, I can see it's actually quite opaque in a sense. So I'm just adding some colours here and seeing what happens. And you can see it spread out and bloom. And this is watercolour blooming, which is really interesting compared to other types of blooming, like acrylic blooming, acrylic pouring blooming. I mean, it's all very different in terms of the way the watercolour behaves. And then the last box, what should I do with the last box? Let me think. So the last box, we'll just add some water to it again. And I'll put some pigment down, like a wash, like this. And what I'll do is I'll go in with a little bit of tissue and I'll dab it up, okay? So if I can find some tissue. Should have been a bit more prepared today. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of tissue. You can go in with anything, cotton buds, anything, and just lift. And I'm going to see if I can make it slightly lighter, if you can see that. And you can do lots of different effects. Lifting is a technique used in watercolour as well. Maybe we need a bit more pigment in that one to really let it show through. Let's try that again. And I can also wait till it's semi-dry, so wait till it's damp rather than fully wet to lift it. But yeah. Again. Hi Kat from Kat's Fluid Art Creations. Hi honey. You're up late. Have you got work tomorrow? It's great to see you. Hi Sheldon, how are you doing? Great to see you. Hi Sudha from Resin Artists. Great to see you. So let's have a show and tell of this. So this is what it looks like currently. And you can see the different way that this colour has reacted. I can add more water to it. It's reacted very, very different depending on what technique I'm kind of putting down. Some that's very opaque, for instance. And you can see that there's a lot of pigment load in this particular colour. Now I'm going to move on to the next colour. And this one says Hansa Yellow Medium. So that's the next colour here. I'm going to have a little look at this beauty. The Pyrrole red itself is very vibrant, isn't it? It's a warm red that mixes beautifully with water. And I'm noticing a little bit of granulation here as well. You can see that, the granulation in the second box across there. This means it's likely to create interesting textures when used in washes. So this colour would be great for warm tones in a landscape or as a base for more vibrant mixes. So let's try the next colour up. I probably need to bring over a bit of tissue over here so I can just dry my brush a little bit. So just going to grab a bit of the yellow now, okay? Just keep an eye out on what's happening with the chat as well. Put that back down. Hi Joyce. I think I said hi Joyce already, but I'll say it twice. How are you doing, love? Hope you're good. So I'm just putting, this is the pure colour down, okay? So a little bit of water added to it just to let it flow. And I'm putting that Hansa yellow medium down. This is a bright, sunny yellow. I think it's a bit more transparent than the red, I can tell. The red is a lot more opaque. And let's do the wash now. So I'm just going to put the colour down here. And then I'm going to clean off my brush. You kind of need 2 pots of water, one clean one and one where you kind of use all the... There we go, have that gradient. Remember, as I said, you can tip the paper up. That's why I forgot to take this down to a board today. I normally do. Yeah, it did get peachy, didn't it? Yeah, Art by Julie is saying that, or Julie is saying that she loves how the Pyrrole Red got peachy. It really did, didn't it? That's just interesting how it reacts. They look very different to each other, don't they, as well? The blue reminds you of Cinderella's iconic ball gown. Yes, I'll go with the blue next if I can find it. And then let's do the next bit. So get some water, put it down on a paper. Have you done a lot of watercolor, Julie? You probably have. And if you have, I'm sorry because my memory just serves me really poorly usually. So I probably have seen you do it. I know you do loads of cool alcohol inks. I'm just going to put my yellow down in blotches and see what happens if it spreads. Now you can really see whether it spreads or not and how it spreads. Okay, so how far it tends to go. And the last one is this one. Let's do that one. I'm going very slow, sorry. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the chat as well here. So I could go faster, I guess. And then a little bit of yellow. So let's put a wash down again. How's your watercolor journey going, Sheldon? Have you parked it for now, or are you going to revisit it? Because you're always welcome to join in on one of the lives as well. Well, any one of you are. It's not an exclusive thing, you know, with Betty, me and Kat. I'm happy to do lives with anyone who wants to. So if you've got an idea or want to do something, please just reach out to me. And it'll be really cool to do that. So I'm just trying to wait till that paint dries a little bit because it tends to kind of go in on itself as soon as it's dabbed. And you can see as well, it's definitely more transparent with the yellow here. It is a very bright sunny yellow, isn't it? So I suppose this would be really good for layering and creating soft gradients and that sort of thing in a painting. And I can see that it lightens up beautifully as you add water, which is a good sign for mixing, I think. And if you're doing light washes or skies, this could be a real staple for your kind of set of paints. So they are quite expensive. They are quite pricey. Over here, these individually cost about £6, £5, £6, up to £7 to £8, depending on the colour. So each colour seemed to cost slightly different, according to Ab when I asked him. And he said that he just chose the colours I didn't already have in the Pablo Rubens Master Artist set. And that's what he did. He chose separate colours for me, so I'd have a wider range of colours here. I think there's a duplicate here of the greens, but other than that, they're all different colours, which is really nice. So £6 for 5mm. I mean, the tube actually says 3mm, but the box says 5mm. I'm not sure how that works. No, it does. Sorry, I can't read any of my glasses. It says 5mm. Sorry. Yeah, they are 5mm. They're not cheating me out of paint. So yeah, so Yeah, they're 5 ml tube paints. They do last a long time. So I know it sounds like you're laying out a lot of money, but you can just pick a couple of paints that you really, really want if you want to use the professional grade watercolor paints, and you can pick a handful and just buy them in a set, which is a lot more economical. I think this particular set, I looked it up, it cost about £70 in Great British pounds. So £70 for that, and you can get them in the sale as well if you were looking into going into watercolor and using professional quality paints. Now, you don't obviously have to use professional quality paint. So now we're going on to transparent red oxide. Let's see where that is. Oh, no, what are we doing there? Where's the transparent red oxide? That's strange. Oh, there it is. Well, it looks brown on the tube. Wow, look at that. So let's try that. Wow, it's kind of pushing itself out of the tube. The great thing as well about watercolor paints is that there's very little wastage in a way, because if it dries on your palette, and I have bought myself, I forgot to buy me a set of empty palette box to put these into. But if it does dry on your palette, you can re-wet it and use it just like you would with a pan of watercolors. So onto this color now, transparent red oxide. Wow, that's a nice color, isn't it? It's really nice for me to see what it looks like out of the tube. So if I'm planning on doing a painting, I would look at the swatches, and I would decide which colour would look good. If I was doing, for example, a tree bough for a bird, this colour might come in use for me. Now let's do the gradient one. So I'll just pop my wash down first of all, my water down. There we go. I'll add a little bit of paint to the bottom and then sort of drag it up, and it gets thinner, I hope, at the top. There we go. And then let's try the next one. Again, water down first. It's a very different medium to what I'm used to, I have to say. And it takes a lot of getting used to. There we go. And some dabs. Oh, it does bloom out quite well, this colour. Okay. Yeah, Joyce, you don't need much paint. They would last forever. You're absolutely right. I'd need them to last forever at that price. I do. I mean, you know, with the way the world is at the moment, it's very expensive hobby, isn't it? Painting, or, you know, this type of art. Most types of art are quite expensive with canvases and paints and things. And it's really difficult for a lot of people who can't afford it. And I do understand that. Yeah, does it look like a pyrrole orange core, Betty? Yeah, maybe it does. It is quite earthy, yes, Sheldon. Lovely and earthy. And I know I've seen Sheldon's beautiful watercolor paintings from when he was a 20-year-old, and oh my goodness, guys, you have to see them. They're just spectacular, really detailed, and huge canvases as well in watercolor of nature. It's just really impressive. Hello, Mindful Heart Creations. Thank you for being here. Do the tubes last a while? That was the question that Joyce was answering. Thank you for answering for me. Yes, they last forever. I don't think I'm going to get through these in a couple of years, to be honest. So even if you're painting like every day, you know, I know artists who paint watercolor every day, and they last forever. They've not got through them. Not just these, but you can get paint sticks with Daniel Smith as well, and you can get pan sets as well. So there's 3 different types to choose from. Yeah, Betty, it's some beautiful. I think I sent you the tiger one that Sheldon did. He wants me to do a tiger because I'm from Bangladesh, and it's the Bengal tiger, which is like, you know, from my country of origin. And it's just such a stunning beauty, honestly. And I think I might do a tiger, actually. I'm quite intrigued, and I think I want to. I don't think he has shared it on his Facebook. Sheldon doesn't even have a Facebook art page. I've been telling him for years, get your art page up, man. What are you doing? Stop dilly-dallying. Your work needs to be seen by the world, you know? and get it into a gallery as well. I mean, particularly all the new acrylic pours that you're doing. So let me just move on and carry on doing this. So I'm just watering this down. I'm putting a wash in here, and then we're going to move on to one more colour, I think, and I should call it a day then, I think. But it's so super nice of you guys to turn up. You don't realise how much it means to us, and the number of artists who do lives and think, oh my God, am I going to be sat there for 20 minutes on my own? I think we all fear it. We're all kind of like, if there's no interaction, it can get a little bit boring, you know. I quite like that as well. So what's the next colour we should do? I think we'll do a blue for Byron, shall we? So should we do the cerulean blue? Because that's more like Cinderella's dress, I think, isn't it? We've also got Imperial Purple, Sepia, Mayan Orange sounds interesting. Oh, Hot Pink, which is Opera Pink from Daniel. I love that colour. Lavender. This is a beautiful, beautiful colour. At least on the tube it is. I don't know what it looks like out of the tube, but we'll find out. And then we've got Cerulean Blue Chromium. I think we'll do that one for Byron now. And then we've got French Ultramarine, like a deep royal blue there. And then Indigo. And finally Phthalo Green, which is probably really, really common and useful. So we're going to go on to the blue. Let's look at the Cerulean Blue. It's a strange name with the chromium on the end, isn't it? Cerulean Blue Chromium. The other thing that's really useful to find out, and Betty told me this, thank you Betty, but it's a good idea to find out the opacity as well, and I think you can get them online. You can, I couldn't see it on the tube, unless Betty is somewhere on the tube I can't see with my eyes because I need my glasses, but it's a really good idea to find out the opacity, okay? And also the light fastedness. So there's a couple of things you can find out to add to your know-how, how these are going to react and act on your paintings. Probably need to swap this paint water over. I'm using the red and it's kind of a bit murky. Let's pop this down. Right, let's get that cerulean Disney Princess Blue down. The first box was supposed to be just the paint, really, without much water. Hope you've been having a good day today. I think over in the States now it's roughly probably about 6 or 7 p.m, is it? I can't believe I fell asleep today with the kids. Just honestly, the older I get, the more tired I get. I'm tired before their bedtime. And my eldest isn't sleeping very well recently. I'm not sure. And they've only got the routine back, going back to school. Today was the first day back in daycare and school, so we're all kind of getting over the holidays still. Hope you all had a great 2024. And if you didn't, I hope 2025 brings you everything you want and more. All the blessings. So let's turn this to the side. I'm just going to add a bit more water. I actually find it easier to paint standing up. I don't know about you guys, what do you prefer? But sitting down I feel a bit stuck. I've got a big chair here and I've got rid of that squeaky chair I had before. It was a folding chair I had, and yeah, it wasn't very good. It was just squeaking a lot every time I stood up. So okay, and then the next one. Thank you, Betty. I know Betty's done a swatch. You've done swatches before. I loved yours as well. You guys are so inspirational, all of you, honestly. I've learned something from every single one of you here. I really have. And I think that's the joy of meeting other people online. I know we haven't met in person, but honestly, every person interaction I have with people online, there's something I always take away from it, and usually a positive, okay? And even when it's a negative, I learn how not to be as well. So I think there's always a good thing about meeting people and then helping you grow as an artist as well and get new ideas and interactions and discuss new ideas with each other as well. Right, so just to remind myself what I did last time. Yes, the blooming on this one. The third one across, the blooming. Yeah, that blue really blooms out. Wow, okay, that spreads quite a lot. So this cerulean blue is a cooler blue by the looks of it. This one is rich and saturated, and if you look at the smooth flow across the paper, it's got a bit of a staining quality, so you can expect it to hold its ground in things like maybe mixes. It would be great for creating those deep atmospheric skies or the sea, oceanic washes maybe, I think. That's what I'm thinking. So, last one. What do you think of this blue, Byron? Do you like it? Oh, yeah, we've got that. We've got Aisha's collab coming up as well soon, the Valentine's one, haven't we? Yeah, I wasn't going to do it because I've got so much on at the moment, but it's only a 10-minute video, so I guess I could pull something out of the bag, and if it's watercolor, it's slightly easier for me than mixing up a bunch of paints at the moment, because until things settle down in life, I think I'm going to do a bit more watercolor for a while, then go back to acrylic pouring, then maybe some resin art, and then, yeah, I'm just going to keep rotating around all the different types of techniques with things that I enjoy. So Joyce says that I'm a blue and purple person. It's a beautiful blue, Taz. It really is. I can imagine a gorgeous sea or a sky with clouds in it with that colour. Oh, it's 4:10 p.m. in California, so it's not too late. Yeah, blues are amazing, Johnny, aren't they? Julie, sometimes I sit, sometimes I stand, depending on medium and health. I know what you mean. I really do, trust me. I can't sit and pour acrylics though. No, I can't either. I've never done that. I've never been able to pour acrylic pour sitting down. I wonder if Sheldon's done it because I'm sure I've seen him pour sitting down. And if you have, wow, hats off to you. It just restricts movement, doesn't it, Julie? Especially if you've got some sort of autoimmune issue as well. It's really restrictive and it's actually painful just to be in one position for too long. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay, because I'm aware of how much time I'm taking up here. Mine hits my back really, Julie. Honestly, it's just been so bad the last several months. I've just been in so much pain. Sheldon knows because I keep complaining about it. I'm too young to feel like this, but it doesn't matter. It's not just it doesn't matter about your age. I think Joyce, you know as well, don't you? But it's just one of those things, in life that you just have to somehow find ways of dealing with it. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to learn how to deal with it. It's with after I was recently diagnosed, but I kind of knew something was wrong for a very long time. Because it wasn't normal feeling that tired and fatigued in the morning. It wasn't normal to be in pain, and no one know what it was, and doctors and they don't know what it is. It's a relief to be diagnosed, but also not, because now you don't know what you're supposed to do with it. They kind of sign you off, diagnose you, and tell you to go away. Yeah. So I'm just doing loads of self-help stuff and joining communities and stuff to find out more about this condition and what can be done to alleviate some of the horrible symptoms. And I know quite a few people, because the pouring community is quite the older generation. A lot of people do have lots of different health related issues, and my heart goes out to you guys, honestly. And the fact that you get up and you still paint, it's just amazing, despite all the challenges we're facing, well, many of us. Okay, Sheldon says, I stand pouring, I sit when I'm carving. Oh yeah, carving wood. No, maybe you do carve wood, but I know you carve fruit, Sheldon. That's really cool as well. You guys are all such a talented bunch. Honestly, Julie, you don't even realize how much you inspire me. I've watched your videos right from the start, and your videos, your work is amazing. Honestly, I am so impressed. East Coast, yeah. You guys are probably living next door to each other and don't know it. It's nice for everyone to say where they're from, actually, because it's just nice for me to see how diverse the community is and where they live and in relation to each other. Um, so it's really, really cool. It makes you, knowing people from around the world, it just really opens your mind up, I think, you know. And there's a saying that a lot of Americans don't have passports and never traveled, and I find that bizarre. I love traveling. I don't think it's even true, actually. Everyone I know has traveled in America, and every American I know. So maybe it's a different part of the population. I don't know. Okay, so that's it. I'm probably going to sign off now. I don't want to keep you too long. I want you to get back to your families and maybe painting yourself or doing something fun yourself, instead of just watching me talk non-stop about this. But I am super excited about these colours, honestly. I really am. We've got some beautiful other colours as well. We've got the phthalo green, which is really earthy. It's less vibrant than the others, probably because I've had a little go of it before on a little test paper and it looked a little bit more um, less vibrant. It's more earthy, it's more kind of deeper. So I can probably use that for foliage or landscape, maybe. I don't know, I have to get some tips from you guys who've done foliage and landscape or, kind of botanicals maybe as well. And we have also an indigo here, I've noticed. That doesn't seem too bright as well. It's kind of deep as well, so more of a neutral tone. So we'll have a look at some others as well. I think with swatching, looking at this, this will be good for me to get familiar with my palette, and especially if I'm going to add a new tube paint. If I get a new tube paint or get gifted one, I can just do another swatch and I can do a nice comparison. So say I want to do a watercolor bird, I can look at the original photograph, reference photograph of a bird, and I can decide, looking at these swatches, which one of these colors would go really well on that part of his feathers and body, and that really helped me choose or pick out the colours that I'm going to use without having to do testing every single time. So mixing different swatches together, I can discover exciting new combinations as well that I might not have considered otherwise. And like I said, you can do this across a lot of different brands as well, so you don't have to just stick with the one brand. So there you have it, a closer look at the Daniel Smith Pablo watercolor set and why swatching is an essential step in any watercolors artist toolkit. So not only does it help you get to know your paints, it also builds your confidence when working with new materials. Um, so thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, this live stream useful, make sure you leave a comment for me down below and let me know, okay? And thank you so much for keeping me company late night. I do want to thank all of you who've always been turning up for me. I can't tell you, it's so heartwarming for me, honestly, and I love you all very much. And I hope some of you jump on a live with me soon and have a chat about what you're working on and maybe do a split screen one. That would be really lovely. Oh, Julie, you've done hummingbirds. I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. Send them to me as well. Thank you for saying it's a wonderful live. I appreciate that. See if I missed anyone else. Oh, thank you, Mindful Heart Creations. I don't know if I've subbed to you. You're a new friend, I think. I'm just going to go over to your channel and have a look at your stuff. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the January challenge in Nate's Art Lab. Oh my God, I haven't even started it. Oh my God, is that bad to admit? I'm the one, I'm the guest artist challenging everyone. I haven't even started mine. I really need to. That's my next job, okay, after this is obviously not tonight. I need sleep, but I'm hoping to start. Have you started yours, Julie? Have you started yours? I don't know your name, Mindful Heart Creations. Who else is in Nate's Art Collab? I don't even know how many people are actually going to be doing the challenge. It's super exciting. I can't wait to see everyone's work. But it's a texture piece that integrates texture into it, and I'm super excited. It's a work in progress. Okay. Thank you, Betty, for posting Mindful Hearts link. That's super nice of you. Everyone, hop on over and have a look, and give them a sub as well. Hi, Laurie. I didn't even know you were here, bestie. Hi, I love you. I kept meaning to respond back to that beautiful photo you sent me of that jewelry. It's gorgeous. Oh my God. Who bought that for you? Was it Tom? It's gorgeous. I want to see it on you, actually, not just on the stand. Um, okay, I don't feel so bad now, Mindful Heart Creations. I want to know your name, so I can not call you by your channel name all the time. Oh, Fiona. Okay, hi, Fiona. Thank you for letting me know, Julie. Okay. Oh, yeah, so Johnny's sub to everyone here. In that case, we all need to hop on over to Johnny and give him a few subs. It's really lovely to support each other and lift each other up as well. So many people have done it for me. I wouldn't even be here, honestly. A number of times in my journey that I silently quit in my head and just thought, no more videos. I'm done. It's just too much work. And that's why the lives really help, for those of us like Julie and others, when you don't want to do the editing, you just want to have a chat with people, you just want to do something simple. Lives really are the way to go. And yeah, they don't, but mine don't get as many watch hours. They get a fraction amount of watch hours for some reason, but I don't mind that because I don't have to do any editing. So it's great. Again, Byron, I can't wait for the Disney 2 collab. Okay, I'm still finalizing details on that, so excited. Johnny Duck, the link is in the chat box, guys. Hop on over. Right, that's it. I'm going to stop waffling on and let you go. Love you all. Keep yourself safe wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you on the next one, okay? And if anyone wants to join, you know where I am. Just send me a message on Facebook. Okay, bye for now.